Hi again. This subject is something that bugs me as well, and it's my opinion. As you can see, it says you're in debt. It's your debt till you're long after death, and that makes it your family debt because they're going to bother your family long after you're gone. Your family is going to be paying off your debts, which is not right. And it's all due to credit cards and loans for big houses and cars. It's the gluttony of riches, basically, even with the medium, what they call middle class. It's ridiculous, I find, that people put themselves in so much debt that after they're gone, their family is going to be paying off their debt because that's who they're going to go after. That's who the creditors will go after. Whoever's left behind in the family to pay off your debts. If you don't have enough to pay off your debts, they're going to be continually paying off, and most likely paying off till they're gone, and so on. It just accumulates ridiculously, and somebody else has to pay what you put yourself in debt for. It's evil to me. It's to set your family, to put your family in debt, is completely so wrong, in my opinion. And just because you want a big house, especially the people who live in a big house without a family, they're singles and they've got this huge house, double garage door, like double, garage, two-door garage, bunch of cars, and what for? And all they're doing is, I guess, partying. They want entertaining room, but I mean, it's so ridiculous because they end up having their families being in debt because it's their debt, not their own debt, but it's because your debt. The person who got ridiculously greedy. I can understand needing a home if you have a family. If you have a family and a bunch of kids, yes, you need a space. And two cars, who needs two cars? Who really does need two cars? Give me a break. I can understand having one car and you pay it off. I can understand having the size of a house for the necessity of people, but beyond that, give me a break. Same with spending so much money on clothes that you could get for less, and just because they got a brand name on them. It's really super ridiculous how much money people are in debt for just because of these stupid credit cards. And you think, oh, okay, I'll pay it off. You never get to pay it off because you keep spending. As long as you keep spending and putting it on the credit card, you'll never get the credit card paid off. If you're going to use a credit card, you got to use it sensibly. And don't buy so much that you can never catch up on on paying up. Just because you get monthly payments does not mean that you should be squandering expenses on things you don't need. Comfort, yes, to a certain degree there should be some comfort, but beyond that, there is a decent amount, a decent level. Beyond that is greed, and it's a waste. And then your family is stuck with what you owe because you're not around to pay it off. And even if they sell off your estates or whatever, it's still not enough to pay off usually, and the family still ends up having to pay your debt until it's all paid off. It's bad. People need to realize that that's not a good thing to do. So that's about it, and it's a subject that's really getting out of hand. It's a thing that's really getting out of hand these days. It's been getting out of hand, but now it's super ridiculous when single people are so greedy for so much, and then their family ends up with paying those things off. And things that rot away, things that give you no, that just really give you no sense of inner peace, inner pleasure. It's just things, and you don't get enough things, you gotta go get more things. And you're still not enough, so you still gotta get more things to make yourself happy. It is totally ridiculous. So people, at least in my opinion, I suggest be more frugal, be more decent with your money. Don't get credit cards if you could avoid it. Use what you have. If you run out of money, too bad. It's a part of life. Learn to adapt to it. It's and you spend money you have. You have to stop spending money you don't have. So that's about it. Blessings. Yes, and I know, and I've seen a lot of this. By the way, I've seen all the Christians in the same situation, and it's ridiculous. So people have got to learn that things aren't what's going to make you completely happy. Maybe it gets a little upsetting when you don't have something that you'd like to have, but you're not going to die from not having it. So people have got to learn that you're not going to die just by not having super amount of things. It's not going to work, It's good to aim for a comfort level, but it's not good to go beyond that. Because after that, you're stuck. And you're stuck in the ever-going cycle that you never can catch up to. Not good for your health, psychologically, emotionally, it's stress. I can imagine the amount of stress people go through because they're so in debt. Much more stress than people who aren't in debt. But people are just going along, day by day. I've got less stress than the people that own thousands and thousands and millions to credit companies and loans and whatever. They're the ones most stressed out and unhappy because they cannot get caught up. So that's about it. Take care. Be careful with your money. Blessings as usual, and from my heart, and I mean it. Be safe. Blessings in Christ Jesus, and be safe. Stay focused on more important things in life, please, in my opinion. But I'm not forcing it down your throat, but this is just the way I feel, and I'm pretty sure some other people out there would agree. Bye-bye for now.